Me. I'm in Dawn Fun's Mysterious Directions, and we got a lot of things going on, so I'm trying to play catch up. Trump signs long delayed 19.1 billion disaster aid bill. President Donald Trump has signed a 19.1 billion disaster aid bill aimed at helping communities across the country bounce back from hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, and fires. Trump tweeted a photo of himself holding the signed bill in what appeared to his office board Air Force One. He was aboard his office on Air Force One. I don't think I read that correctly. The tweet came shortly after Trump landed in Ireland, following a ceremony in France commemorating the D-Day invasion. I wonder what it is. Every time I get in front of the camera, I'm like, that. Trump says the aid, which will benefit states including Georgia and Florida, is so important for our great American farmers and ranchers. The bill languished for months amid disputes over Trump's demand for border funding, as well as additional aid for Puerto Rico, which Trump opposed. Of course. And I still got family out in Puerto Rico. Trump nonetheless tweeted the U.S. territories should love President Trump, claiming that without me, they would have been shut out. So here's him all proud with that. Gosh, I see them in their eyes. He looks like the son of Queen Elizabeth or something. Actually, my apologies. We're going to go to something else. I'm going to leave that out for another video. Try to make this a little bit quicker. I was going to do it all in one, but no, I'll separate it. Missouri governor requests disaster declaration in 13 counties after flooding. And there we are with that infamous 13, April 24th, 2019. So Missouri Governor Mike Parson on Wednesday requested a federal disaster declaration in 13 counties along the Missouri and Mississippi rivers, which will trigger assistance needed after devastating spring flooding. In northwestern Missouri, where Interstate 29 is still closed, towns are submerged and hundreds of acres of farmland are underwater. Many residents wondered why the declaration took a month longer than those in Nebraska and Iowa. Missouri, Nebraska, and Iowa were hit hard by flooding after a bomb cyclone in mid-March, but governors in Nebraska and Iowa were quick to declare the disaster that brought millions in federal aid. Missouri took more time with its disaster assessment, and State Emergency Management Agency Director Ron Walker, and damage in the other states that was worse than in Missouri. I think our damage level wasn't at the catastrophic level that was apparent from the TV news footage and those types of things that were being reported in both Iowa and Nebraska, he said. Goes on to say that their preliminary assessments are $25 million. How about that, guys, for the 5x5s? Who recalls me saying this? And if you do, please make a comment below. The 13 counties will get public assistance so repairs can begin on roads, bridges, and other public infrastructure. So setting up for, future events, because of course we know these are just continue to get out of hand until we enact the proper legislation to get this in check, Now what gets me is on publication 547, 40 homes. Well, okay, there was 40 homes and I think 17 businesses. And it tells us that this section discusses the special rules that apply to federal declared disaster area losses. It contains information on when you can deduct your loss, how to claim your loss, how to treat your home in a disaster area, and what tax deadlines may be postponed. It also lists Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, phone numbers. A disaster loss is a loss that occurred in an area determined by the President of the United States to warrant assistance by the federal government under the Stafford Act, and that is attributable to a federally declared disaster. Disaster areas include areas warranting public or individual assistance or both. A federally declared disaster includes a major disaster or emergency declaration. Now I'm going to leave a link to this below, but it was interesting. Well, I don't know what I just clicked on. The International Tax Topics Index is a gateway into IRS tax map. So this is an international tax map. That's probably what I've just missed is this. They're aiming towards international, like I've stated before. So I don't even know what got me there. Let me go back and see. Well, I'm assuming it must have been this FEMA.gov/disaster, a list of areas warranting public or individual assistance or both. How to report it. So international laws is playing into this somehow. And all right, we're going to keep on moving really quick. Because according to Power of Intellect Insight Center publications, tax treatment of employee hardship and disaster relief made a tax update that lists something about these hurricanes. So let's read this. Recent hurricanes and fires have caused employers to focus on how to help employees who have been victims of disasters. Employees also suffer hardships that are not related to disasters, but that result from personal situations such as serious illness or death. There are a variety of ways that an employer can provide assistance to employees in these circumstances. In structuring this assistance, most parties prefer that the payments be tax deductible to the employer, but not constitute taxable income to the employee. Under Section 139, disaster relief payments are not included in the recipient's income. These payments can be made by an employer to an employee. The rules are set forth in Section 139 as follows. The disaster must be a qualified disaster. The employee must be within the disaster area, and the payment must be of the type defined in the Internal Revenue Code. So there's something additional when it comes to, if someone's lost someone here in the situation, this may help them during their disaster relief. But I brought this up too because even though Trump just signed this, I want to show you, this is kind of, this is how they operate. This was on May 24th, 2019 at 9:56 a.m. So when they were prepping for this, they knew they were going to sign it. They were just taking their time because things needed to happen. Everything takes time and everything is drawn out. I mean, it doesn't even matter what it is about. Everything is drawn out. Just look at the way it's situated now. Has anyone come to any conclusions about what's happening with these frantic people in the government, or why all of these local cities and towns are rounding up people in mass arrests, or anyone understanding why there's mass arrests supposedly of people in Hollywood and people in upper parts of the government, like the mayor, the governors, the sheriffs, and all them. Could it be an extraction tool? Don Fum says it is. This was stated, may try next week. They'll try again next week to pass it. And then you've seen that picture of him holding this, long delayed. And look at him. So proud. Do you guys see him? He's so proud. Why is he so proud? Because people keep buying this hogwash. That's why. Trump also went ahead and declared, according to Baraboon News Republic. What the heck just happened to my screen? Sorry, guys. Come on now. Act like you want to work. So in 2018, I said he just did. It was my bad here. But in 2018, he declared the flood disaster. Okay. And we just seen where he finally had signed, this bill. So you see how long this has been drawn out for these people. This is October of 2018. And there was actually people way before then, that needed some relief and needed some assistance. And so we're seeing now that the tax law, we're seeing, that we just got through talking about this tax law. We know that CERT is coming in and helping. We know that FEMA is making reports. We also know that new legislation is being signed into effect. And all of it is reverting directly back into international sustainable development, climate change. Something everybody's really just going to have to get used to, because it's going to happen. All right. I don't believe I did speak about this, and if I did, forgive me for being repetitive, but Trump reversed regulations to protect infrastructure against flooding just days before Hurricane Harvey. And I think he did slightly touch on it, but I've done a couple videos here. So, 10 days before Hurricane Harvey descended upon Texas on Friday, wreaking havoc and causing widespread flooding, President Donald Trump signed an executive order revoking a set of regulations that would have made federally funded infrastructure less vulnerable to flooding. I believe I picked this up in another video, but the Obama-era rules, which had not yet gone into effect, would have required the federal government to take into account the risk of flooding and sea level rise as a result of climate change when constructing new infrastructure and rebuilding after disasters. Now, I had mentioned then that the lingo is just crazy. This Eli Lurer, we will rebuild things that should not be rebuilt and in ways that are less safe and secure than they should be. That's president of the conservative think tank. Also, and I'm just reiterating these things because I kind of want to pound it home, a climate preparedness specialist at the Union of Concerned Scientists said it would be a grave mistake to rebuild in Texas without taking into consideration the increasing occurrence and severity of major storms. She added that the federal government would lag some 600 towns and cities that have already implemented requirements to build between 1 and 3 feet above the 100-year flood level. Lurer called Trump's decision to revoke the standards the biggest step backwards that has ever been taken in flood management policy, and said the move would waste taxpayer money, harm the environment, and cost lives. I want to add all of this extra commentary, and then I feel like, it's probably best if I just keep my mouth shut. If the Obama administration had simply described this as a sensible taxpayer-protecting land use measure, the regulations would still be in effect, Lurer said. And some Republican lawmakers have denounced the move. This executive order is not fiscally conservative. Listen to the language. Representative Carlos Corbello, a Florida Republican, said in a statement, "It's irresponsible, and it will lead to taxpayer dollars being wasted on projects that may not be built to endure the flooding we are already seeing and know is going to get worse." What's the date on this? 2017. They knew it was going to get worse. Or is it just me, guys? Carmen, Sharon Dawn Bum's mysterious directions, and I don't know, I guess kind of talking some crap. Put your prayers up. Keep them up. Stay protected. These guys are beasts. Let me know what you think.